Welcome back, everyone. So a very important chat today, because I believe that this is the biggest chance in British political history to put things right in the UK, for the centre right to finally unite and come together. I guess a lot of people that watch YouTube can be forgiven and we all must understand that they only see snippets of what's going on in the background, the things that have happened, the things that are taking place. So to some degree, you're going to have to take my word for some of what I'm going to tell you right now. Since Tommy has been away, the movement, in many ways, has been on the verge of, I wouldn't say disintegrating, but it's certainly been on the verge of falling apart in many respects. It's remained strong, but there has been big problems from within. Groups, splinter groups, people trying to cause trouble. And it was all getting too much for everyone in many respects. And the future was looking bleak, but we all knew. The people that knew that when Tommy came out, this time it was going to be different. This time, you'd see the real Stephen Lennon, because as someone said the other day, Tommy Robinson, we're all Tommy. Tommy Robinson is the movement. Stephen Lennon is the guy that leads it. Now, with the resignation of Mohammed Zia Yusuf from Reform and the backing of Tommy, of Stephen, from Ant Middleton, as Richard said last night on the live stream, this is a major event, this is a major occurrence. Nigel Farage holds the key to everything here. Only Nigel Farage right now, a man that some of us love, some of us hate, some of us have little respect for. I'm afraid that I sit in that category. I have little respect for Nigel Farage, for the things that he said about our movement and Tommy, and but at the end of the day, as the man himself always says, as Tommy always says, as Steve always says, and I think we should now perhaps start to think of him as Steve rather than Tommy all the time. Even the BBC and Sky News are now referring to him as a political activist rather than a far-right thug. Now, for anyone that's followed him, followed the movement and knows the truth, we all know that he's not a far-right racist thug. We've known that for years. I would never have been within a million miles of the guy if he was any of those things. But we know that he's not, right? And now even the media are slowly but surely realising that they are going to have to recognise this guy. The price that he has just paid, and he's paid it before, he keeps going back and paying it again and again and again, and there he is again this week, once again prepared to pay the price again, for you, for me, for your kids, for my kids, for your grandchildren, for my grandchildren. Nobody, not even the mainstream media, not even Nigel Farage, can ignore the heroic bravery of this individual, the personal and family sacrifices that he has given and continues to give, and refuses to give in the face of adversity against the state, almost, against a people that you would think that it's impossible to beat. But he keeps coming back for more, time and time again. And I think the time is coming. I think his time is I've been saying it for a long time now. I must admit, there was a time not so long ago when I doubted my own beliefs. But that was a foolish thing, wasn't it? It was stupid to have any doubts. Look, the guy's been telling the truth for donkey's years. The guy's been doing his best for everyone for donkey's years, despite the lies, the deceit, the lawfare, the out and outright vile treatment of a human being. I mean, we're supposed to be a country that's big on human rights. Well, we've thrown that man's and his family's human rights down the pan years ago. That's what many people in this country have done. They've believed the media lies. I mean, his performance with that ITV cameraman yesterday was just epic. And anyone watching that, anyone who's watching that, even if you hate the guy, is going to have sat there and gone, bloody hell, he's got a point. He's got more than a point. And this time, when he goes to court, he has a jury. The Americans have got their eye on Steve, on Tommy, massively. Europe has got their eye on him. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in the UK have got their eye on him. People are finally waking up. There's still a long way to go, but Nigel Farage holds the key. I said it last night on the live stream. Nigel, if you want to win the next general election, slam dunk, hands down. If you want to rip this nation apart and rebuild it like it needs rebuilding, now's your chance. Make it up with Ben Habib. Make it up with Rupert Lowe. Speak to Tommy, speak to Stephen. Because you guys together could play a bigger role in this country, in the United Kingdom, than Winston Churchill did in the Second World War. Now that takes some saying, that's some statement. But I think everyone now knows, everyone with their even half an eye open, everyone now knows where the UK is heading eventually, if things carry on the way they're going right now. And nobody wants that. Nobody with a decent heart, no matter where they're from, no one with a decent heart in their mind and a decent, fair mind wants to see our country left in ruins, because we love it, right? Despite the fact that I'm here in Spain right now, I would, honestly, I'd like to be at home. I'd like to be at home fighting this battle. But it was getting to the stage where the authorities, and even worse, some people within our own movement, were making that too uncomfortable for me. So I've taken my family away, given them the freedom and the happiness they want, but I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I'll continue to fight the battle. I'll continue to support the right people. But Nigel Farage holds the key. Nigel, I've made so many appeals to you now to open your eyes, to open your mind and speak to the right people. Ben Habib is a must. Rupert Lowe is a must. I know that you have your problems with Ben. I know that, you know, the personal rift between you and Ben might just be a tad too far, a bridge too far for you guys to necessarily put right. But my advice to you, do you really love this country? Do you really love the United Kingdom? Do you really care about the people? Because I tell you what, I would do anything, virtually anything, to get our country back on the straight and narrow and run by people that love the country and our people, its people, all people. People with a heart, people with empathy, people that care about our young, our sick, our elderly, and not just themselves and their political parties and their wicked, horrible political agendas. Left wing, right wing, it doesn't really matter. We're all human beings and we should be a nation that takes care of themselves. I've been here in Spain now for, 6 or 7 weeks, and the difference between the way the Spanish operate and the way we operate at home is absolutely remarkable. The Spanish put the Spanish first, and that's the way it goddamn should be. And as an immigrant into their country, I fully, totally and utterly support and respect that. Why shouldn't I? I'm a guest in their country. Nigel, you have the chance, you have the opportunity. Once again, Steve, Tommy, has shown that he is the bigger man. He has been the bigger man. Maybe that's the problem for you, Nigel. Maybe that is the problem. But you're running out of time, Nigel. Everyone knows, everyone that matters knows that now is the time to prove to the nation that you're a genuine man of substance, a genuine politician that cares and loves his nation and his people, or just another career politician that loves himself a bit more. And if that's you, that's fine, that's the way it is. If you're not the person that we want you to be, that's fine. But we know who is. We know who is that person. We know who it is who has been willing to sacrifice and pay the prices. Like he says, he has all the receipts, Nigel, all of them. At the moment, my friend, you haven't got any at all. But it's not too late. It's never too late. And I'll tell you why it's never too late. Because the people of the United Kingdom need a leader. We have one, but we need you as well. We need you to put your ego to one side. We need you to put all your bygones to one side with the people that matter, because Reform may do very, very well at the next general election. Yep, I fully get that, and I'm sure they will. But, here's the but. The by-election up in Scotland last night proved the point. You got a long, long way to go, Nigel Farage, before Reform can win the next general election. A long way to go. You need the support of the masses. And we know who has the support of the masses. The media are turning. Public opinion is turning. The truth is coming out. Look at him now, where he sits right now. Look at the profile the man has gained. 167 million views on one video. No political party in British history could ever hope to achieve that. That is the power of the man. So the choice is yours, Nigel. This battle, this political battle, can be fought with or without you. Together, I believe we're stronger. And unfortunately, far too many people, probably myself included if I'm honest, I don't think you've got it in you, mate. I really don't think you've got it in you. Because I don't think that you care enough. Like I said, there's only one man that cares enough to pay the ultimate price. And we know who that is. Why don't you prove us wrong, Nigel? Why don't you prove us all wrong?